Hello everybody, welcome back to Control. There's a new DLC. I'm so excited the foundation is out. I have to go talk to the board. I'm in my janitor's outfit because I'm about to clean up a mess. Also, you'll notice there are new abilities. Things like Shield Rush and all the things I never got, like increasing my ground slam or, you know, slapping people around. Really, I want to get this. I need to get my launch to 75%. Oh my god. A lot of things I didn't do, mostly because I never really finished this last mission. I've done so much. Look at all these missions I did. But I never really did this last one, which is go around and get all of Arisha's friends. You know, I figured I'd do it eventually. It just never happened. So, I'll include that on my list of things to do as they send me around, I'm sure. But for now, we're going to go talk to the board. Or maybe Arish. What's going on over here?
Oh, I can't believe the emergency rations don't include beer.
I hear ya.
Fucking thirsty. Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
She, of course, being back with the other elves in Skyrim. Alright, let's look at this.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, no, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this. What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... well, I'm honored to serve, ma'am. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day. So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever gonna end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Speaking of Pope, we'll get to her in a second, but Marshall?
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew. Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hopefully she turns up.
Seems like that makes it worse? I don't know.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Nice.
We're
Also,
gonna get through this.
hello, best bud.
On parasitic entities I asked for.
I found a couple of relevant files in Dr. Darling's office. I'd have to dig through the archives for the rest, but I'm not going through the Panopticon. Not with the altered items loose.
Then go see if any ranger squads are available for a file retrieval mission.
What is that right there? What is this? What? All right, first off, I can help you with these things. Easy. But what is that? United States of America, Federal Bureau of Control, bunch of crazy shit. Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Variants and alterations. Well, that's not that. Where's my variants and alterations? His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process. each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards... what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single, highly talented parautilitarian and divided their access to the paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss corrupted hosts? Kinda like the Borg? As a scientist, I'm hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? It seems like a good start. Refer to file blank for full report. Well, I see you've been busy.
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the Hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any Hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately.
Yo,
I want you to
Science
use
Bay!
everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the Hiss out for good.
That's... really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
That's my favorite character. Of course there's more, and I'd like to hear it.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The Hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the Hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different Hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
I just realized I never went back and fought him. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, add it to the list.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the Hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
Of course, which it all was. Ooh, Dylan. How is Dylan?
How is Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any Hiss activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the Hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Yeah, but he also went crazy.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that. So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Best friends, two of a kind, sticking together and solving crime.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible. I remember.
Oh, they talking about the Ocean View Motel? Look, I can't get caught up in all this nonsense. There's so much going on. Okay, let's go to... Actually, not that at all. We'll go here. So they've updated the map a little bit, apparently. And I need to go to the director's office and then through the secret door into the hotline chamber. Yes? Is that the plan? Alright, so I'm going this way.
It's time we got back to work.
At least the hiss bleed. Usually the shit here is like, I don't know, an angry rocking chair.
It's true, though. Okay, and then I go right here. Should I be looking for new files as well? Oh, God. These damn plants. You know they're still scheming. Ooh, maybe there's an audio recording here? Nope. Someone broke your tape player. Okay. Yep, here we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Even if it was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hotline. I have a feeling he and Trench won't be the only callers from the beyond.
Uh-oh.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Auti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
They called it the tree, just like the Yggdrasil tree. Yo, was I right about these old gods? And the gods of Asgard? Come on now. It's even the band name, so of course I'm right. But go to maintenance and restricted area. So we need to teleport out of here is what we need.
Going back out, Director? Can I come with?
Oh, next time. I'll bring you next time for sure. Oh, she would die if she came with me. Anyone who does anything with me ends up a hiss. All right, fast travel. Talk to me. I need to go to... where exactly? Maintenance to the restricted area. Well, here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, I can go to the end of the Black Rock Quarry here, zip across, and in doing so, pick up an item that I missed the first time that I was like, man, I need to go back and get one day, and then I never did. Now is my time. This area is so beautiful. The whole quarry is just... If we can go to that city one day, that city in the stars, game? Remedy? Don't tease me like this. Alright, we'll go slow because I don't want to waste dash if I have to Yep. Oh yeah, this is fine. They not get me up here? Am I above their reach? Does being director make me above reproach? Above the law? I got jokes all day. I forgot down below is just awfulness. Just awfulness. We'll skip over all that down below, but, you know, like, slow and steady for the moment. Even though the music's kind of like bump, 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 I feel like we're in the clear, so let's just go, right? Whee! Oh, da 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 da. All right, great. Yep, this is the place. Am I gonna finally make up for my stupidity? It's been months, but this is the time. You know what? Sometimes you gotta wait months for something good to happen. Right there. Right here. Oh. Albany, AWE 29. Upon arrival, the squad broke into the warehouse and discovered boxes of undelivered merchandise abandoned by the previous owner of the warehouse. As they investigated the noise, blank along the south side of the building caused it to collapse inward. Wooden crates and accelerated physical blank from blank rendered field agent blank and 2 of the trainees unconscious. The others escaped the warehouse before it collapsed entirely. In the rubble, they found AI-63 at the origin of the blank, attracting and repelling debris. They stood guard around the item until the moon set, at which point the altered effect ceased. They returned the item to the Bureau without further incident. No fatalities occurred. The collapse of the warehouse was not witnessed by civilians, and thus no reinforming by the communications department was required. So I know what this is now from the Albany incident. It is the hand chair. The chair, remember, if you watch some of my post-original gameplay videos, the chair that's shaped like a hand, that tacky-ass chair that like push things in and push things out, that one, this is what they're talking about. Oh, damn it. Remember what I was saying earlier about being dumb? I have to call the trolley back. So yeah, we're going down into the area where Ahti's door was, the door that was the tree. Oh, fascinating. This is one of my favorite lore tidbits. Are we really getting answers to this? I doubt we're going to get real answers. It's going to be like, he's going to, you know, come out and say something weird. And I'll be like, all right, that seemed cool. And then we'll just keep going. Time out. There was a thing over there. There was a thing over there. I could have just portaled over there. I'm so dumb. But here's the thing. I wanted to get this, and now that I know what the Albany incident was referring to, it's good for lore, so I'm fine with it. We'll have to wait. I'll have to make small talk and pretend like this wasn't a big goof. And really, how this is all part of my plan to do this. To get us in the mood for a little exploration deep underground, right? Still going. We're still going. That's all right. Take your time. I get to appreciate this cool-ass area. The foundations of the oldest house, which we still know nothing about, really. But I also feel like it's kind of a metaphor, right? It's kind of a metaphor thing. Like, what were the foundations? Maybe the origins of the oldest house. This is the least safe thing I've ever seen. It's terrifying. There's no railing. They were like, screw it. Who needs it? Sure, it wobbles, and there's literally one piece of... We're in nowhere right now. One piece of cord, not rope, metal fibers. Yep, that's what happens when you're stuck here on a damn trolley with me. You have to hear me talk about shit I don't know. And now we're under the mines of Moria. So cool. It wouldn't let me go to the left or right last time. It wouldn't let me deviate. But I don't think it matters this time because we're going to such a cool location. Not gonna jump because I don't want to end up in nowhere. How do they start over here? How do they get over here to begin with? This clearly wasn't here to start. Why is there a gap there compared to here? These are questions that are very unimportant, but like, you know, I got questions.
Dark, quiet, trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti.
Last time I was here, it was a little bit different. Maybe graphics have improved since. It was a little more cloudy on the sides. I couldn't really see how far it went. But it appears this is the only...
So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
Look at it. Come on. It is the perfect symbol of the world tree. F. What? It took me to a load screen. Oh, cool.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
Oh, we're on the... Is this the red? Oh, shit. Research site Gamma.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
Okay. Sorry, what? Well, I'm going to use stalactites and stalagmites to... What the hell?
Crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
But what? Why is it doing that? So bright. Ooh, they trying to hide stuff from me? Well, there was nothing in there. There are all these rocks everywhere. These perfectly throwable rocks. Uh-oh.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How did we miss it? Northmore. Acting director in Northmore now is on a train from Washington.
Whoa, what?
He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Well, 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 hello, backstory. This is the stuff I live for, y'all. This is the stuff I live for.
The Foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless she's dead.
That's not good. Also, hotline popped up, and I kind of want to know what's going on there.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place, and on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
What?
Dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
All right. I assume that is not a place I want to go to. Don't go into the light, I think, is the strategy here. There's a surprising lack of things trying to kill me. Also, it seems like the light is everywhere. This very bright light. Whoa, gee. Oh, wait, hold on, I picked him up. Oh. I thought he was following me. I thought he was chasing me. I was like, oh, God, he's after me. I picked him up. God, if the enemy start chasing me like that, I'm finished. I panicked so quickly. Okay, so I have multiple cave system directions. There's this way, which leads to nothing? Oh, there is a thing up there, though. Oh, boy. Ah, no. Is this the end of Jesse? Yep. Okay. Oh, weird. It puts me down. Oh, that sucks. How do I get up? All right. I'll have to come back to that. Research Site Delta. Oh boy, we have hiss. I'll take that rock. There you go. Man, I forgot I got that ability, and it is one of the most fun things I've ever used. Did you see up above? Hold on. That is neat. Now, why is this here? How is... Oh, all right. They just built this here. I thought there was like a straight up door. Okay. Uh-oh. I see you. Can I not get this? What the what? I assume I will eventually gain the power to control stones just like in the beginning of this zone so that I can get that and I can go back the other way. Okay. I like the way they splinter.
Those paintings look old. Like, old.
These paintings? Oh, these cave paintings? I don't know why I thought I was looking for, like, real artwork. I guess this is real artwork. I shouldn't judge. Although, of what? Nothing good, I'm sure. On art and time. At first, I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seemed I was wrong to assume the images were ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. What? That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these? Or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted. Or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present, and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? Time out. Time out. That's what you got from this? That's what you got? Oh, there is the board, though. Fascinating. We have a little grid for archaeological digs and whatnot. Yep, I made that happen. Sorry. Yeah. My dear friends. Oh, whoa, whoa, you sons of guns! Welcome to the team. Oh, these guys are a-holes. Whoa! Problem solved. Oh my ass. Oh my god.
The Hiss are using pickaxes now.
Who the hell are these assholes? His sharpened agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. Oh, cool. Great. That guy came up behind me and hit me from behind. Cool. I was just checking to see if I could do anything, but I assume that means death, so I'm not going to do it. Anything else around here? Any audio recordings? You know I love those audio recordings. Oh, thank you. Well, it's not audio, but... Tom, you missed the good news! I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called in all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up to the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. Oh boy, that can't be good. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like rusted iron flakes are the least of our problems.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze! We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze! I don't have time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze!
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC! What are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze!
I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.
Remember